around Shane. I think his name is Steven or Matt. You know that guy who just sits next to Shane Gillis? Matt?
Yes, Matt, I think.
I don't like him. They got together, and him and Louis CK go to Louis CK's very pretentious, arrogant office where Louis has bought all these things. And they have a show, you're going to love this, called The Presidents. Am I getting that right, Jules?
Yes.
The Presidents. It's a series. Get this. Send me a regular Presidents show. Just so we can show them how fucking cringe this is. This is so...
You can just go to the link.
This is so Colin Quinn-esque. This one? Okay, The Presidents. But maybe we could get the first episode. I could get it. The President's Part... Oh, this is good enough. The President's Part 2. But I'm going to go to their thing and see if I could get the President's Part 1. They're in a poorly lit room. They're aiming their cameras toward big windows. Let's see the President's Part 1. Hold on, I'm running out of breath.
Oh, don't forget to take your other pill before you go crazy.
Yeah, I know. I got to do that. We'll take a break right after this, and we'll take that pill. I'm out of breath. This is the most I've talked in a year. This is what I do to Jules. Jules tries to engage with me at home, and I go... Not doing it. Nope. And I have this physical zipper. All right, let's see the President's Part 1. Oh, my God, the President's Part 4, Part 2.
There's 4
Here's the President.
parts of presidents.
You know what a president is?
Oh, my God.
He's saying the word president.
Wait till you see this. And this is like Colin Quinn when he did Red State, Blue State, Red State, Blue State. Guys, this is so cringe, and you guys are sitting at home like, oh, this is actually really good. These are really good. It's not. It's horrible. Watch this. This is the President. I've never even seen the intro, but it's Matt and Shane, Louis C.K. They're in Louis' office talking about governmental presidential history. Matt and Shane's secret podcast. Woo, chilly. This is fucking corn. It's not even their own corn. You know, everyone does this, like Ethan Klein and Shane. They find stuff that's funny on the internet, and then they take it, and it's theirs. You don't see that here at REDBAR. REDBAR finds its own funny stuff and brings it to you. Whereas these wiki wow, is it funny? The Wild West with Will Smith, that's really funny. Yeah, nobody else has pointed that out before. Oh, God, these guys, huh? They're so good. They're good. Let's see what happens. Look at this guy in the chat. This guy in the chat is going to make me go back into hiding. He says, I actually really like this series. Can't lie, I've become a fan. Get out of here, then. It's either me or them. Make a choice now. If you like this series, you're just a fucking nerd. I don't know what to tell you. You've had... And, hey, it's not your fault. You've had nothing to watch. Now that I'm back, you must stop. Here's the presidents.
Wow, West.
Wait till you see these presidents.
This is a history podcast.
Sure.
Serious.
This is a history podcast. And look at this room.
Turn off the desk light.
Yeah. You've got Liar CK sitting here with his long Steve Glassman-esque... Oh, he's not wearing socks. He reminds me of one of the Glassmans, the way he sits. And Louis has never been more disgruntled and upset. And you know why? Because he had no one to turn to anymore, and his life sucks. That's why. And then here's Matt, who's afraid to speak in front of Louis because he has not been hired to do a tour. And yes, it's very dark. It's because of them. They're shooting directly into open windows. And then here is Shane, who I could only imagine acts immature and says a bunch of stupid stuff. You know, he drank 15 beers on the Joe Rogan Experience last week. That's not fucking funny. All right, let's see how the president... Now, this is the first episode of The President, so let's see what they say.
Let's talk presidents. In fact, let's talk all of them.
Let's talk presidents? In fact, let's talk all of them?
I don't think I watched this long enough. Are they actually just talking about presidents and that's it?
Maybe they're saying presents. Maybe they're saying presents. Let's talk about presents. It's a Christmas Eve show. Surely they can't be talking about presidents. Now, I'd watch a show if it was like the president of Samsung talking about him or the president of Costco to see where he got his ideas from. But the presidents of the United States, I think I know enough about them. Remember school? They're taking you right back to school. Isn't that cool? You know what happens in school, right? Ow! Help me! I'm learning! My first laugh from Louis CK. Thank you. He thinks I'm hysterical. Look at him. His mouth is wide open at me. Mike, I ruined my life. I was too afraid to come back because I masturbated in front of one girl. You know, if I got canceled every time I masturbated in front of girls, there would be like 100 cancellations about me. Stop being such a pussy. It's just masturbating. You didn't hurt them.
That was it?
Hold on.
No.
Just wait. Let's talk Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson.
And they think that's...
Jordan,
See, the
Game
Colin
6.
Quinn fans are like, oh, yes. Adams? He knows Adams? Monroe? I haven't heard no Monroe talk in a year. I mean, I bring you a show. I got all your classic fools. They got all your presidents. Imagine if I came back after a year and goes, guys, change up the show a little bit. Every show now it's going to be about a different president from the past. Oh, that sounds so cool.
Van Buren.
Oh, Van Buren.
Harrison. Tyler. Polk.
Any
Taylor.
more presidents?
Fillmore.
See, and Louis goes, what am I doing with my life? And throughout this series, you can see Louis is just like, didn't you start comedy a year ago? I've been doing comedy for 40 years. What am I doing? And what are you doing with him? Get your own friends. This would be like if I hung out with Dalton from the Loud Boys. You know, stay in your own lane. Same with Joe Rogan. Why are you hanging out with these children? These aren't your peers. Let's see what he says.
Pierce. Buchanan.
I said, these aren't your peers. And he goes, Pierce?
Whoa.
Whoa. Weird science, bro.
Lincoln. Johnson.
Why is it?
Hayes.
Okay. But anyway, they talk about Hayes and Peirce. And then...
Wait. Oh,
what?
yeah.
Yeah, it's another one, yeah. So check out what happened. Ooh, I got some bass going.
Whoa.
Oh, wait till you see here. Cut to the wide shot. So in the studio, you can't see it here, but we've got a full PA system as well, which fucking bangs. We've got a subwoofer, PA system, speakers everywhere. So this thing fucking blasts, and none of you will ever hear it. Anyway, is this queued up the President's Part 2 featuring Louis C.K.?
Yes.
So this was cool. Louis C.K. finds out a little misbehaving that Shane Gillis is doing, because this is, The President's is a Shane Gillis podcast. So you're going to see what happens here. And this is right up my alley, because Shane is another one of these patron guys. He's a patron guy who does a show on YouTube, takes ad money. This is so similar to Tim Dillon. Like Tim Dillon, how much money does Tim Dillon make on, like over $70,000 a month on Patreon, right? Then why do you need ads in your podcast, Tim? Just for some extra money?
Whoa, Tim Dillon makes $223K per month.
Watch this. Listen to this.
That's crazy.
Tim Dillon makes $200,000
I did not know that.
per month on Patreon. Then he comes on his YouTube shows and does ads. Why? Is he psychotic? Is $200,000 not enough to do a 1 hour show once a week? Eventually it's too much money for what he's doing. $200,000 a month to do 1 hour a week, and then there's ads on top of it, and God knows what else, NFTs. So yes, these people should be bullied out of this. And everywhere you go, take my messages with you. Ads and the patron? No. That's called greed. They do... Oh, wait. Not only do they have the live reads where they become spokespeople for Manscaped and Better Health and MeUndies, they probably have 15 Google ads in their YouTube videos. I don't know because I pay for premium, but I'm surely they do. Double dip in all the way down and you keep throwing money at them.
I mean, if you were making $200,000 a month, how could stopping your train of thought for Magic Spoon even be worth? Like,
why would you want to? Why would you want to blow your show with this ad. If I was making $200,000, I would never, I don't do ads. Stop doing them. And I don't know. Hopefully, eventually people will catch on. I find it to be the most dastardly thing I've ever seen. But so does Louis CK. And this is cool. This is the only cool thing Louis ever done. And watch how Shane handles this. All right, Jules, you could take it. Cut to the TV, and we will play. Cut to the TV first, though, Jules. Thank you. And, okay, let's hear what happens here on the Matt and Shane Secret President Day show.
He would have made it.
Kennedy? With his head just empty? His emptied head?
Yeah. So then LBJ comes in.
Listen to this,
so
guys.
LBJ was a fucking fascinating dude.
No, hold on.
How long have we been at this?
Yeah.
Watch.
We're exactly right on time. So let's do this.
Yeah.
We're going to read some ads.
Okay.
All right. And then we're going to switch over to the Patreon for the last part. So join the Patreon if you want.
Why do you make them go on Patreon?
Ooh. Finally, a question worth asking on a podcast. We're going to read a couple of ads and then we're going to go over to Patreon. Oh, that's cool. Shane Gillis is cool. He reads ads and then goes to Patreon. Another lame place for losers who can't build their own stuff. No one can build their own stuff. So Louis C.K. interrupts. He goes, wait. Why are we going to Patreon? Why? You're running ads. Why are we going to Patreon? Listen to this.
That way
what?
it's good.
You need the money?
Yes.
Really?
By the way, Richards, no one has any money besides you guys. Like Joe Rogan does his too. Ethan Klein does his too. They think that everybody has the 200 million. They really don't understand. Yes, Shane Gillis needs the money. Where do you think he's getting paid? Gas Digital? But watch this.
Exactly right on time. So let's do this.
Yeah.
We're going to read some ads.
Okay.
All right. And then we're going to switch over to the Patreon for the last part. So join the Patreon if you want.
Why do you make them go on Patreon?
That way
what?
it's good.
You need the money?
Yes.
Really? The
No,
ads
I don't.
and the Patreon? You're going to make them listen to ads
Hold
and
on.
then switch to Patreon?
Wow, look who's finally speaking up. But he'll still do it, right? He'll still do it. I would stand up and walk out if I could. If I was there. But isn't that funny how no one in the podcast world has this opinion? You know why? All they care about is that ad money. The reason you're even seeing anyone do a show is for the ad money. It compromises their entire show. The only reason Tim Dillon shows up every week is for the money. The only reason you see Gas Digital program is so they could run ads against it or sell memberships. They got nothing to say. They're showing up because they've got an ad scheduled. That's what you're watching. You're watching guys try to come up with stuff to say to fill an hour so they could stuff 4 ads into it and dip. That's all these shows are. And let's see how Louis and Shane and Matt, who I think is he taking a Matt nap? Let's see how they get out of this one.
Hold on. This is
like when I watch a fucking fight on DAZN, which I pay for,
DAZN.
and there's a fucking ad between the rounds.
Hold on.
Is it subscription or is it fucking
Holy
ad?
shit, there's 3 ads. Hold on.
So you're doing 3. He's going to do 3 ads and make people pay. The double dipping, and I'm going to expose this every time because they think that nobody cares, and that's why they do it. They think, well, the fans haven't said anything, so let's do it. And Tim Dillon does it, so let's do it. And it's been this big, oh, he's doing it, so I'll do it. It's like Dink Doink. It's like the NFT scheme that the FaZe Boys and Logan, they see other people do it and get away with it, so they keep doing it. But if we all made fun of them constantly, we could get them to stop doing it, and then they'll be poor. I don't know. I don't know what I want from this, but I hate them, and it shows their true character. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but you don't have to put this on Patreon. You don't have to. You don't need the
It's
money,
not for me.
Shane Gillis.
Matt and Sean need it.
Matt's
got a family.
How much do you get for Patreon? How much really?
Oh, my God.
I'll tell you.
You tell me.
Look at these losers. They can't even be honest. Just say it.
They have 32,000 patrons, but
No.
they don't show the amount of money they make.
Well, let's assume it's $5. What's 32,000 times 5? That should be more than enough to never run an ad or even speak with a sponsor over email.
$160,000.
That's not enough for Shane Gillis. Well, I guess he does need 15 beers every 15 minutes, but that's cheap.
I guess they split it.
Okay, what's the split on 160?
80,000
You can use your calculator. You can use. I'm going to sing a whole song for the next 4 hours about a calculator. You can use your calculator if you're a Jew. You could use your calculator if you're black at the zoo. Because you need them to know the numbers. It's more than enough to never speak to a sponsor again. So yes, why are they selling ads on top of the money that fans are paying to watch the show? You guys pay $11 a month to access nearly 20 years worth of archives, more archives than you could ever catch up to. The money goes back into the show, and you get 0 ads. I mean, you barely even have to wait for the show to start. When the pre-show starts, it's what, 15 to 20 minutes, and then the show just comes on and bangs for hours straight with no interruption?
A year and
imagine if right now I said, but cut to me. Imagine if right now I go, by the way, everybody, BetterHelp therapy for me and you. I suffer through anxiety, and you can get your help. And they go on for like 20 minutes. They never end. You ever try to get through the beginning of Kill Tony? About 60 hours, 60 minutes of ads.
Kill Tony's intro is crazy. Sometimes it's like 13 minutes.
It's really something. And, you know, people go, well, Mike, you probably couldn't get it. Oh, yeah? I probably can't. All right, go back to, I just want to see how they get out of this. Let's see.
How much do you think you'll make on this on Patreon?
If 1,000 people join the Patreon, it's $5 a month.
It's $5,000 a month. And then you
Times
think they
12.
just stay there.
And then, they like it.
But you think 1,000 people will join your Patreon? 5,000 new people because of this?
I wish you would stop this.
Can't the Patreons get to a certain number where you go, okay, we've got enough Patreons. The show is now free for everyone else? Maybe you can't. But, I mean, it's got to stop sometime. I mean, eventually there's a number where you have to go,
it's fine
I'm
to have
not
as
worthy
many
of
Patreons as you get, but why do you have to do ads still?
Why do you have to do ads? You know, but there should be a reasonable person goes, okay, this is too much. Like Joe Rogan taking $200 million. The reason Joe can't live a happy life right now is because he took too much. He knows, you could cut back to me. He knows that he's not deserving of $200 million plus 1,000 ad reads a month.